Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Mr. DC Universe. And it's time to jump in. We're finna be talking about Raising Kanan today, episode 7. And my first opinion, let me give you my thoughts on the episode. I felt like this is honestly maybe one of the best power penultimate episodes that we have had in a while, like a while with all the books. And I feel like there was so much going on in this episode. The new generation versus the old generation, generational collapse, trauma, reconciliation, and just realizing that there was so much going on in this episode. There's a lot to talk about, but we're just going to be talking about Kanan and Marvin, mainly Marvin. And I'm saying 50 Cent, Kanan at the beginning, Kanan in the trailer. If you ain't hate me before, you're going to hate me now. He was right. I hate this nigga. I hate this nigga. And Kanan was actually my favorite character in Power in general. But I hate this nigga. I hate Kanan. Like, hate this man. How are you not only going to accidentally kill your uncle, but then purposely kill the other one? And I don't even get why Kanan, well, I do get why Kanan killed him, and I will go into that in this video. I don't even get why Kanan killed Marvin. Like, why would you kill this man? He was not even that much of, well, he was a big threat, I ain't gonna lie. But it's like, why would you just, why would you choose these people that you know killed your best friend? And it's like, Juke could have at least said they probably killed Crystal, because it's very obvious they had something to do with Crystal's death, and I'm mad that they didn't say that before Jukebox took out Snaps and Pop. But it's just like, it's so obvious that they had something to do with Crystal's death. And you choose these people and to impress these people, and the bad part is about it, you don't even gotta impress these people no more, because Jukebox killed them. They're both dead, and Jukebox killed the fuck out of them. Like, there is no, oh well, maybe Pop or Snap survived. No, they're dead. Like, she made sure she double tapped these niggas. Well, no, million tapped these niggas. Like, she shot them both down and then made sure they were dead. Like, gave them 2 bullets, Bonnie and Clyde style. They went out like Bonnie and Clyde. But why would Kanan kill this man? She killed, and it's like, it's been theorized that, oh, he's looking down at Marvin. But it was a stretch then. But now it's not, because this man Marvin kept visiting the church. And oh my God, he died in the church. And he died with the place where he was seeking forgiveness. Oh my God. But okay, now let's get into why Kanan actually did have to kill Marvin, and what him killing Marvin represented. He needed to kill Marvin to prove something. But what he needed to prove also had to be proved is his spiritual journey into becoming the ruthless character we know in Power. He accidentally killed Lou. It wasn't intentional, but he on purposely killed Marvin, like he killed Sean. But listen, the level of respect was different. At the point he killed Sean, he had no respect for Sean. But at the point he killed Marvin, even though Marvin beat him, he had all the respect for Marvin. But why? These are 2 different characters, but they both kind of wanted out the game at a certain point. Even though that Sean and Marvin are 2 different characters. But let me tell you how sometimes they can kind of remind each other of each other. Well, they can't, but it's like Sean and Marvin both wanted out of the game at a certain point, and Sean wanted to do something that he couldn't do, and Marvin really didn't want to even do this. But the difference between Sean and Marvin that Kanan had respect for, even though Marvin didn't want to do this no more, he still did stuff, and Sean just wouldn't do it. He couldn't live up to that expectation. And what else did Marvin represent to the family? He represented that unfilled toughness, that street toughness of the 90s and 80s, that tough guy. And we did learn that Marvin did, in the Thomas family in general, did have something to do with DEF CON and them dying. So they've been taking out people. He represented that unfilled toughness, that loyalty. Even though Kanan didn't have that in the original Power, he got some of these traits. He got that unfiltered toughness, that ruthlessness, that coldness, that just computer bopness, that just like cold-bloodedness that we saw in the original Power. He got that from Marvin. And him killing Marvin was him transitioning into that. That was his final transition. It kind of said that, like, when they were releasing promos for the season, we're going to see him transforming. This was going to be the episode where he really transformed, and it was. Because when he killed Marvin, and on purposely killed Marvin, not like he did with Lou when he accidentally killed Lou, he on purposely killed Marvin. That represented that he had the nerve to do that. He wasn't that same naive, sweet little boy that we met at the beginning that wanted to be in the game but didn't know all the consequences. He knows the consequences, and now he accepts the consequences. He did what Lulu told him, Lulu told him that they were men. They don't just go around blaming other people for their shit. And that's the same thing that Jukebox told him too. They don't just, you want to blame Rock for everything. And he will even have this conversation with Rock when he tells her in the next episode, we can't fix all that wrong. And now they can't. It's unrepairable. Before, Lou was an accident. Marvin, he was on purpose. But now that will divide the family. The family is crushed. Their empire crushed. Their whole family structure crushed. There's no repairing it no more. It's gone. There is no, oh, let's just do this. No, everything is gone. And what else does killing Marvin represent to Kanan? That was his last tie. Even though when he killed Lulu, that should have been his last tie. But no, that was his last tie to his family, to Jukebox. He killed Marvin in the same way he killed Jukebox. They both got, the only thing about it, you can see that he loved Jukebox. I still do think he loved Marvin. Because in the beginning of the seasons, what was Marvin to Kanan? He was a guiding figure. He was a teachable figure. Like, he was teaching Kanan how to be tough, how to be strong. And him killing Marvin actually represents that. Like, that was Marvin's final lesson. Be tough, be strong. Because that's what he was taught as a boy in the 90s. Because that's all the things that the adults could have taught him and the streets had to teach him, because Marvin had to be on the streets helping, selling drugs ever since he was 13. So that's the only lesson that Marvin could have taught, how to be tough, how to be strong in an environment that doesn't care. And he taught that to Kanan in his own way by dying, by Kanan killing him, by him taking over. Marvin represented the old guard for real. He represented all the other ways, and even he says that we aged out of the streets. The streets are no longer ours. They belong to the younger generation. And we just saw how the younger generation overseeded him. His old hustler mentality represents all the things that old hustlers face. The regret, what did it all mean at the end? Everything that Marvin did this episode was filled with regret. He made friends. Rock didn't have any friends. At the beginning of this series, you see, like, Marvin was, at the beginning of the series, Marvin almost was getting them killed, or almost always getting them into trouble. But because of Marvin, Rock didn't have as much trouble as she did. Marvin turned to the biggest fuck up in the family, to the saving grace of the family, and that what makes his death so tragic, and why Kanan killed him so tragic. Because Kanan and Marvin at the beginning of the series had a closer relationship than Kanan and Jukebox at the beginning of the series, and that makes it sadder, because we saw this relationship in season 1 and 2. And we saw how Marvin was kind of that old figure guiding Kanan sometimes. But that was the part that we all took for granted. And that will be why Marvin will always be a family loyalist to the end. But that will wrap it for this video. I know I haven't been doing a lot of the things I've been saying. I've been kind of slacking. But I'm going to get back on it, and I'm going to drop a lot of videos for y'all this tomorrow and the next few days, because I have been slacking a little bit and I've been feeling bad about that, and I'm going to try to do better and try to fulfill my promises that I've made to y'all. But I will be making more Raising Kanan videos, and when Power Origins comes out, I will be making videos about Power Origins. But I will see y'all in the next video. The next videos are probably gonna be Batman related, so keep an eye out for that.